I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I've been trying to be better about making content and be better about being vulnerable and sharing my story. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. We never get a chance to see the full story. Before I get into the rest of this video, I just want to take a quick chance to welcome those of you guys who are new. My name is Bridget. On this channel, you'll find me talk a lot about mental health related things. I talk a lot about social anxiety, being an introvert, general anxiety. Don't forget to like this video if you did find it helpful or useful. Comment below what you'd like to see more from me, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So let's get into the video. I feel like the majority of my life has been kind of in a state of overwhelm, and I don't even know how to best describe it. I was trying to prepare for this video and come up with this story or this message that was going to resonate with people and be effectively communicated, and I couldn't. It was so frustrating. Not just because I need to film a video, I need to get out a video. It was because I just couldn't put into words what I was thinking, which is often how overwhelm kind of starts, at least in my experience. When I'm overwhelmed, it's usually because I'm thinking about something from the past or something that's happening right now and is really bugging me, but I feel uncomfortable speaking about. I surround myself with people who support me, people who care about me and, want me to succeed. And yet I hold things inside. I don't talk about things because I don't want other people to get uncomfortable. And so instead of letting that go, I keep it in. I think when you watch people over time, when they're giving a message, when they're talking about something that they talk about a lot, there's always phases and periods where you're not in the best state. There have been a lot of things from the past that are just really building up now, and I don't know what the right thing to do is, and I don't know how to communicate that to people in my life, and so I end up just holding things inside and then blowing up at people at literally the worst times. And it's so frustrating. What's even more frustrating is that I felt like I was on a good path like a few weeks ago. And randomly, things will just hit you and you're like, oh my God, why haven't I done that yet? Or should I talk to this person? Or do I do that thing? And I don't know the answer. But I think what's important is that we communicate how we're feeling. Maybe not going super explicit and talking about that exact thing that you're thinking about, but just saying, hey, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now, and I'm thinking about something that I don't really want to talk about right now, but can you be here for me? Can you support me? I see my husband a lot stress about things and worry about things that to me seem so not important. And it's so frustrating when he does that. And I get so mad and so aggressive and start saying these awful things. And it's simply because, in my perception, he is not feeling how I felt at my worst times or how I feel when I'm stressed. But it is simply perception, right? In his mind, he is feeling that pain. He is feeling that stress, and maybe that's the most painful and most stress he's ever been. So I can't really compare it to my experience of being in, we just grew up very differently. And I think my trauma and pain and suffering has really put a huge wedge between that type of communication, where he feels really stressed, or he's in a lot of pain, or, you know, he's sad. And I don't think this is worth it. I don't think he should feel those things. What a shitty thing to think about, that they don't deserve to feel those things. And it's really just because I'm overwhelmed. My stuff is piling up, and there are things that I have not really put to bed. There are things that I think about on a daily basis that are constant and that are, you know, just always like yelling in my ear, you know? And it's on top of that typical stressor. And so in my perception, my pain always feels stronger. So I don't think he's worthy of feeling that. But if I could just communicate that pain when I feel it, or when I think about it, it would be so much better. I wouldn't always have to think about in the back of my mind how I'm feeling and how it's triggering me to respond to people who I think don't deserve to feel that. Everybody feels overwhelmed at some point. Some people feel overwhelmed all of the time. And if we don't communicate those feelings to people, to the really important relationships in our life, we're always going to feel like no one else deserves to feel that. It's going to make us resent the people in our life. And I've made a conscious decision to bring people in my life who don't have baggage. Right? I made that consciously. I don't want added pain and suffering to a new relationship. If I'm down and the other person is down, we're gonna go down together, right? But if I'm down, but I wanna go up, and that person is already going up, we're gonna go up together. I've befriended people who also experience pain and suffering like everybody does, and who maybe have a little bit of trauma in their background. And it's good to share that story and share that experience and talk about how it's affected you and all these things. But I don't want to be in the position where I'm surrounded by people who are at a low. Well, that sounds bad to say. Who are still dwindling on things that have happened in the past. Like, things have happened to me in the past. I'm not still dwindling on those things. I'm not like, woe is me. It's just like, recently, some of the things from the past have resurfaced and have been on my mind. And I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to get into it. And so lately it's been a little bit more overwhelm and a little bit more stress on top of just like daily life things, you know? And I don't want to bring people down. I don't want to feel like a burden. But I know that putting it out there and sharing it with the people in my life is not going to make me seem like a burden. It's just going to help me feel that relief and going to help me communicate effectively with the people around me and like not bring me resentment towards the people that I love in my life. Overwhelm is just, it's so complicated, and I'm overwhelmed just thinking about being overwhelmed. It's hard, and it's, again, complicated and frustrating, and I know what I need to do, but I really just wanted to make this video to hopefully reach those of you who are maybe struggling with this same thing right now and who just need to hear, like, yes, there are people out there who relate to you and who know exactly how you're feeling. And so if you're watching this video, I really want you to take away that it's so important to find relief when you are feeling overwhelmed, whether it's talking to someone important in your life or maybe not even talking to someone, because I know that alone is overwhelming, right? So before this video, I sat and had a conversation with myself. Like, I talk to myself all the time. And I find so much relief from it, because as I'm talking to myself, it's almost like having a conversation with someone else, but not having that person be there. For me, it has been a great source of therapy, in that I don't have that added, oh no, is this person gonna judge me? It's just me talking to me, talking about what's been going on, how I feel, and getting those thoughts out there, just putting it out there. I don't know, don't knock it till you try it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some use out of it, as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.